My people, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tapping in with your boy. And we got us another fight review video. We got us another fight card that we're going to, take a look at all the action that took place in Liverpool. The card that was headlined by Nick Ball and TJ Doheny. So we're going to take a deep dive into that. But first, we're powered by, the homies at DNS Cleaning. So you already know how that goes, y'all. If you're a realtor and you have properties, homes that you need, help kind of keeping clean, or, one that has a workspace that they need clean, or, someone that has rental properties that they need to keep clean, tap in with me. I'll make sure that you get all the information that you need so you can tap in with them, because those are the guys that you want. All right, y'all. We got a lot of action. Oh yeah, I still got my do-rag too, y'all. That's still working on my waves. Also, we do have trying to find the word that I'm looking for. We do have sponsorship opportunities available as well. So feel free to get in contact with me, and then we can have your logo plastered right there, right with DNS's. But let's get down to it. Let's start. First, right out the gate, we had some debuts that were successful. Lewis Lawton, beautiful body shot. He was successful. We had the Burchall brothers, William and Leighton. They were successful in their debut as well. So shout out to all three gentlemen starting their careers off on a good note. So we'll keep you updated on everything that's going on with them. But let's jump right into it. I did miss the Stephen Clark fight, so my apologies. I can't really speak on it because I just caught the tail end of it, but I do believe he got the unanimous decision. When like I said, I missed it, so I can't really speak too much on it. But the next one we had Iota Baluta. If I mispronounced that, my apologies. And I have my laptop, and I'm trying not to look. I'm trying to, but every once in a while. But I believe it's Iota Baluta. Yes, it is. All right, against Brad Strand. This fight, it was going Brad Strand's way, even though Baluta was tough. It was like the opponent that Strand needed to get to the next step, right? When we're talking about having that discussion to higher, British titles, and then eventually making that world jump. It was the kind of opponent that he needed, but man, just the way that it turned out, right? Because he was doing what he needed to do. And then when we get late into the fight, y'all know the knockdown that happened, right? Baluta steps on his foot kind of slides, Strand loses his balance, ref calls it a knockdown. And really, that's what makes the fight, right? That's what really changed everything. And with that being counted as a knockdown, Baluta ends up winning the fight by split decision. And it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate for Strand because he was winning the fight. He was on his way to a victory. It would have been a close victory. The scorecards were all over the place too. They were all over the place. But it's just unfortunate when things like that, rulings like that, take an impact on the fight. So if talks come up of a rematch, I wouldn't be opposed to it, because when you have things like that occur, like I said, especially, with certain implications on the line, you don't want to have any kind of questions, right? You don't want to say, oh, well, the ref did this was the wrong call, and because this happened, the decision went to this person. You don't want to have any of that. So if they run it back, I would not be opposed to that, right? Because I feel like, Strand was on his way to winning the fight, but that whole not knockdown controversy happened and cost him a man the fight. So we'll see. But congratulations to Baluta, right? Can't take nothing away from him. He did what he had to do. So we got to give props where props is due, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So the next fight that we had was Jair Herrera. He left some to be desired for me. He fought Enriquez. I know it's his last name. Forgive me for not knowing the whole name. Like I said, I'm trying not to glance down because I can't be doing that. But Herrera, for me, he left a lot desired because, number one, he got hit a lot. For somebody that was calling out Shakur Stevenson, somebody that wants to start putting his name in the pot with some of the big dogs in the division, he got hit a little bit. He got hit too much for me in this fight. Yes, he got the stoppage in the 7th round. Yes, he did good work on the inside, but the style of the fight that he fought, I think it could have been an easier fight for him, is the best way to put it, because his opponent came in trying to land the power punch for obvious reasons, right? He's a shorter guy. So he's trying to catch her. And you know what? That first round, he caught him a couple times. And even a couple times after that. So Enriquez was successful on catching Herrera with some punches. But it's like once Herrera got caught by those punches, if he had a game plan to box, that went out the window. That went out the window, and it was just, I'm going to try to get you up out of there. I'm going to try to walk you down, and I'm going to try to get you up out of there. And like I said, he got him up out of there in the 7th round, but my personal opinion, and let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Like I said, I think that fight just could have been a little bit easier for him. We'll see what happens with him going forward, because like we said, he was calling out Shakur Stevenson now. So we got to see something on tape that has us saying, okay, yep, we do want to see you in the ring with Shakur, but that fight didn't do it for me. So he's got to, he's got to have a couple more fights. Let's see him in a couple more fights before we start putting him in there with the big dogs. He's still young. There's no need to rush anything. It's just this performance just shows us where he's at right now. You know how they say there's levels in boxing right now? It just shows us that he's not at the elite level yet, and that's okay. We can't push him to the elite level, though, because it's a recipe for disaster. We got to let him work his way up. That's all this is. So we'll see how things shake out for him going forward. I still think he's supremely talented. I do still want to see what happens next with him. It's just that, like we said, this one was a little out of, little out of character. I expected something, a little bit more spectacular from him. And the next fight that we had was Andrew Kane versus Charlie Edwards. Man, this one was tough to watch, y'all. A lot of moving by Charlie Edwards, but not enough action. And I think that's how Andrew Kane ended up winning the fight. How it was a split decision, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section. Do y'all think it should have been a unanimous decision, or do y'all agree? Let me, like I say in my videos, hold me accountable. So do y'all think the Andrew Kane, I had to glance, the Andrew Kane versus Charlie Edwards, the Andrew Kane versus Charlie Edwards fight, do y'all believe that ended the way that it should as far as the judge's decision? Because the split decision for me, I didn't agree with it. I think it should have been a unanimous decision, because I don't have a problem somebody using their legs and trying to box and frustrate the opponent, get them to make a mistake. You capitalize on it. We get it. We see that game plan very often in the sport, right? But it's like there's not enough action. So it's like if you move, you got to have action on top of that, and there wasn't enough action from Charlie Edwards in that fight. But Andrew Kane, I mean, he did what he had to do, right? He you know, he tried to press the action. He stood in the middle of the ring a couple times, turned it back a couple times, had a hand behind his back, tried to entice, Edwards to engage with him and did everything he could. And he got the victory, right? That's all that matters. But split decision, that was a little shaky to me, So, but let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. But man, did Jack Turner make a statement or not? Boy, whew, man, I want to say it's Isaac Cruz versus Madueno. It was a PBC fight. That knockout is similar to that. But man, Jack Turner, stoppages in every fight except one. He got a baby face. He looks young, but he's got natural power. You can tell. He's gonna be fun to watch if he stays locked in and stays disciplined, and he looks like he will be. He's still young. We could see him at a world level. Like I said, no need to rush it yet. We going back to what we were saying about Herrera. There's no need in rushing anything. These kids got time. And Frank is one of the best promoters in the world, Frank Warren. I don't think he's going to rush any of these guys. He's been doing it, but he's got something with Jack Turner. He's got, he's got that natural power. And I think that's why he put him in that co-main event spot, to be honest with you guys. Well, like I said with other guys, now it's we'll see, right? Because when you have such a quick knockout like these guys have, like the second round, there's a quick turnaround, right? So we might see him 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later. We might see him sooner than we believe. So I will keep you updated because Jack Turner is somebody that I personally am going to be keeping my eye on because he caught my attention, obviously. So, here we're going to be keeping you updated with Jack Turner and everyone else as well. But shout out to him. He was, absolutely impressive in his performance. And the main event, Nick Ball kept his strap, WBA title, right? I mean, he did what he had. Now, TJ came out there, look, y'all know TJ came out there slick. We got to give TJ some props, though, man, for real. TJ came out that first round. He was moving. TJ was talking his talk, but like I said before, there's levels to the game. And Nick Ball impresses me probably more so than he impresses other people because he's 5'2". So when you're 5'2" and you're fighting at a world level, it takes more than just one attribute in order to be successful. You got to have the footwork. You got to have the IQ. You got to have the chin in there too. And Nick Ball, he has all that stuff. So Nick Ball is somebody that I definitely enjoy watching. And as you guys saw, they flirted with the Inoue idea. And I'm all for it. So if these two guys keep winning, I think Frank mentioned maybe the end of this year, maybe sometime next year. So, we'll see. But, we'll keep you in the loop whenever the news drops in regard to that fight. We know Inoue has one coming up against Ramon Cardenas in Vegas on May 4th, I want to say. So we'll see what happens after that, right? The noise is just going to get louder and louder for those two because those are two big names within distance of each other. And people are at a point with Inoue now, it's like, man, we got to see fight somebody with a big name and Nick Ball too. So I think those two are on a collision course. And I'm all here. I'm here for it. I hope you here for it. We going to keep you locked in. Make sure y'all stay locked in. Hey, I'm about to head up out of here. My people, thank you as usual. And I'm out.